What is going on, everybody? Bradley here, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you guys about the time that I just kind of met the coolest cop ever. I mean, he was a really nice guy. He let us off with something that I'll get to later on in the video, but before I do, I just want to thank you guys for stopping on by. I don't know what made you click on my channel, but whatever did, good for you, good for clicking on my channel. So, this is my first video on my channel, so if you guys have any feedback, please leave it down in the comment section below. I will take any feedback, good, bad feedback. If you tell me I'm a fucking idiot, I guess I'll just quit YouTube right away. But yeah, anyways, guys, let's get right into the video. So, me and my friends, you know, we were a pretty strong group of delinquent kids. We didn't really have much respect for the rules or just authority in general, and yeah, that's just kind of how, you know, we were. But no, I'm a little bit better today. I don't really get in trouble with the cops as much as I used to, and yes, that sounds retardedly terrible because, you know, one should never get in trouble with the cops in the first place. It's a terrible place to be. Don't ever do it. It is so stupid to ever get yourself mixed up into anything that includes the cops. It's just terrible. But yeah, anyways, guys, so let's get right into the story. So me and my friends were just bumming around town. It was around 10, 11 at night, and I think it was a Saturday, because downtown was pretty busy, so we were just kind of roaming around downtown, and it was a Saturday night, pretty busy night, you know, a lot of people out, a lot of drunk people out. But anyways, so we have this abandoned mall in our town. Now, it's not really abandoned. It is still open. About one half of it is, the entire mall is actually split up in ownership by two people. One guy owns one half, the other guy owns the other, and they just kind of hate each other, and the mall is just a piece of shit. For that reason, there's like 2-3 stores in there. So, I mean, we just kind of consider it abandoned. We don't really, you know, go there and shop. We don't go there and go crazy and go on a shopping spree. But anyways, so we have that abandoned mall, and we were walking downtown, and the mall is right downtown, and we saw it, and we were like, yeah, that fucking mall. You know, we'd always go screw around in there. We'd go skate underneath it. We just kind of screw around because, like I said, the mall wasn't really upkept. There was no security or anything. It was just kind of a building sitting there with like 2 stores in it. So anyways, me and my friends had the bright idea to go on top of the mall. Yes, go and climb onto the roof. So, underneath the mall, there's like a bunch of parking spaces. That's just kind of what the area is under the mall. It's just a huge ass parking lot. And over there, under the mall, there's like this little fire escape, and it's like a maybe 5-6 foot wall. And then it's like a little enclosure. It's like a little enclosure, and then the stairs kind of come out of the fire escape. It's really hard to explain, but there's basically a fire escape from the top of the mall all the way to the bottom, and it's just a bunch of stairs, and at the very bottom, it's like a little enclosure, you know, like a door, so you can't just walk onto the stairs. But, I mean, we were kids, we were smart enough to notice that, hey, this wall is literally like 5 or 6 feet. We can just, you know, put a garbage can in front of it and jump up on there, and that's what we ended up doing. We took this old garbage can, put it in front of there, jumped up top, and hey, we were up. We climbed up the stairs, and right before, this is actually one of the craziest parts of this, right before we went up, I told my friends, I was like, alright, we're probably gonna get caught. Like, I told them it was, I was all for it, but I had this feeling that we were gonna get caught. It's like, yeah, we might get caught tonight. I mean, this is pretty sketchy. But anyway, so we continued up on the roof. We just went up there. We didn't really cause any trouble. We didn't break anything. We were just kind of like looking off into the distance. I'm sure I took a couple pictures. Don't really remember for sure, but I'm sure I did. It was, you know, a Saturday night out. It was warm out. We were just up and chilling on the roof, and it was all good. And then we decided to go back down. Obviously, we're not going to sit up there all night, but we just kind of moseyed our way back down. We approached like the first set of stairs, walked down those, all good, and then we're kind of like walking down the little enclosure, and I look over, and I see somebody in blue just kind of, you know, walking towards us, and I was like, fuck, that is a police officer. And he must have came, because this is in like a little alley where this fire escape is, and he must have came from downtown, and just, I don't know what he was doing. He wasn't in a car or anything, and it would be very unlikely for cops to be foot patrolling. So, I don't know if he just got lucky and was walking down into the bottom of the mall and saw us, or if somebody called us in. I'm guessing somebody called us in. But anyway, so I was just like, oh shit, and then I was like, whatever. I mean, we'll just go out and talk to him. I'm sure we're gonna get, like, our parents called or something. But we went down, we talked to him. I was like, hey, what's up? He's like, hey, what you guys doing? He was just kind of, the normal cop stuff. He was questioning us. He was like, hey, what you guys doing up there? You guys supposed to be out tonight? We were just like, oh, we just went up there. And, we didn't really cause any harm. We didn't do anything. We kind of explained to him that we literally just climbed the building to climb the building. And we were just kind of up there looking around, and that was it. And we came back down, didn't cause any harm, didn't break anything. And we kind of told him that, and he's like, okay. And then he asked us, he's like, well, do your parents know you're out? And we were just like, yeah, they do. And, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of lying. I was actually staying at my friend's house. His mom did know we were out. But anyways, he's like, do your guys' parents know you're out? And I was like, well, I'm staying at his house, but yeah, they do know I'm out. And he's like, okay, do your parents know that you're climbing roofs? And then we were like, yeah, probably not. He's like, well, how would they feel about that? And we were like, yeah, they'd probably be pretty pissed off. And then he's like, well, do I need to tell them? We were like, no. And then he's like, oh, alright, sounds good. Well, you guys have a nice night, just don't do it again, be on your way, have a nice night. We were like, oh shit, really? And he was like, yep, just go. And we left, and we were free on our way. And that was definitely the coolest cop I've ever met, because I've gotten in trouble, or I've gotten caught on roofs of buildings many times before, and it does not go down the way that went down. I've never actually, gotten in legal trouble, but the cops have been very pissy, not like, oh, hey, don't do that. That's all he said. He just told us not to do it. But yeah, anyways, guys, that is the story of the coolest cop I have ever met in my life, hands down. So, anyways, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, please drop a like down below, and remember to leave feedback in the comment section below. I would love to know how I'm doing. Like I said, this is my first video on my channel, so if you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe. There's more like this to come. I plan on uploading every other day for sure. So yeah, anyways, once again, if you guys enjoyed today's video, drop a like down below and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys later.